Hey everybody! Okay, so today I'm going to make some Libra New Moon Oil. This is something that I made the other day, and what I'll do is set this outside tonight after it gets dark, and then I'll get it in the morning before the light comes out, okay? Um, a lot of people tend to think that you can only make oils on the full moon or just stuff like that. And you can actually use any moon phase you want. They each have different correspondences. So, like my new moon, this is like new beginnings, new relationships, new adventures, positive changes, and a best time to set intentions. Okay. So, I'm going to be doing a Libra oil. And, for Libra, it's about like persuasiveness, balancing energies, and even legal matters. I don't have any legal matters that I'm really worried about right now. So I'm going to do this oil as like a balancing energies oil, but you can obviously do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever, is what you need. If it's a legal matter you're worried about, you can always do that. So I already made this. I'm going to make a smaller bottle today because this one's already pretty big, and I really, a little bit of oil goes a really long way. Okay, so whenever I am, making an oil, I have this awesome book that I got from the Witch's Moon box like months ago. It's so awesome. It has literally any kind of herbal correspondence you can think of. I like to go to the back, okay? And it has stuff that's like planetary, okay? So since I'm doing a moon oil, I would pick some herbs from the moon spot, okay? And there's, a lot to choose from. So if you don't have something, there's a lot to choose from. And since I'm doing Libra, Libra's ruler is Venus. So I would also pick some from Venus, okay? So I'm doing this for balancing energies. So what I've got here is I've got some jasmine. And also, it's really fun to make these oils because you don't have to grind the herbs up, and you can put like super pretty herbs in them and make it look like super cute and cool. So I love that. So we've got jasmine. We've got catnip. Catnip is like for Venus. Okay, so definitely wanted to get some catnip in there. Lavender. I love using lavender. I will use lavender in almost anything I can. And especially since I'm doing a balancing energy one, this would be like an oil for me if my house is feeling crazy, wild. I've got 6 kids. I would use this probably on like a blue candle, and I would use it to just kind of calm out all of our energies. So the lavender is really, really good for that as well. So that's kind of like my calming, element there. I've also got some eucalyptus. Okay, eucalyptus is like great for the moon. Okay, like I said, you make this your own. There are lots of correspondences for all kinds of things. And also, if you can't find some herbs, sometimes you can even go to your grocery store and like if you need rosemary, just go over to the baking aisle where they keep the spices and grab some rosemary. I mean, you can do what you need to do here, okay? So we've also got some passion flower, and I love using passion flower too because I make a lot of moon oils, and that's good for the moon too. And this is from Lisa's Creations off of like Amazon. She has a ton of herbs and they're super good priced. So totally recommend if you want to buy like a sample pack because like I said, once again, a little bit of this stuff goes a long way. Using this stuff, this stuff can last you a long time, okay? I'm also going to use some cinnamon just because it's kind of got like it gives it kind of like a punch if you get what I'm saying. Like this will do good for my balancing energies, okay? And I actually got this one out of the Witch's Moon box as well. I love that she sends herbs in all of her boxes because you can always use it. We've also got the Star Anise, if that's how you say it. I actually like this just because it's pretty. I kind of like break it up, especially since this is a smaller bottle. I'll break it up. It's just pretty. It floats around pretty. And it'll go good in my oil that I'm making today. See, there's some of it floating around. I also have labels, and I label all of my oils because, each oil is super unique. This same day will never happen again. I mean, there will always be other Libra new moons, but this exact one with this exact energy, it doesn't happen every time, okay? It's always different. And I've got some lemongrass. Love lemongrass. It also like adds some prettiness to your oil. You know, love that. And I've also got some hibiscus flower petals, which is going to be like great, okay, for Venus. Okay, since this is Libra, I'm definitely one of these flower petals. Plus, they're so pretty. Makes your oil look pretty. I actually did not put hibiscus in this, and I wish I had because it would have like gave it an extra punch. Okay, and then I'm going to put some essential oil in it, and I'm going to use jasmine. Um, just because I have some jasmine over there, but I want to give it a little extra kick. This is all about, like I said, a balancing energy for me, calming, everything like that. So I want it to just help mellow everything out. Also, I'm going to just use mineral oil. Um, I do not suggest putting this on your body, really. The oils that I tend to make are for, you know, like anointing candles, things like that. So I feel like mineral oil, it's cheap. You get a lot of it, and it is great for doing that. Hey, Clara. Sorry, guys. You know, my toddler does like to come over and give cuddles every now and then. So sometimes I've got to pick her up and give her some little attention. She's 2, so she doesn't know exactly what I'm doing. This will probably happen more often than not. But so anyway, with the mineral oil, it's cheap. It's, you know, great for anointing things. Okay, like if you were going to put this on your body, I would suggest getting a better carrier oil, something like avocado oil, almond oil, grapeseed oil, something like that. Okay, but since this is just for anointing, I'm going to use mineral oil. Okay, and so usually how I start out is I'm going to use this tiny bottle. Got this off Amazon. Since I already have a big one, I just need a little bit. And once again, this little bottle will last you so long. A little bit goes a long way when you're making oils, okay? So this would last a long time. Like this big one I got, I mainly made it just for looks. It's pretty and I like it. And, you know, you don't need to make something that big, okay? So I usually start with this. I have a funnel for my oil. Also, whenever I'm making anything, I like to have my sage out, okay? It's chilling back there in the back. I like to have my sage out, and I like to kind of light it and just, you know, ask spirit to, like, you know, cleanse all of my tools, all of the items I'm using, because, you know, that's kind of important to me. To each their own. So I just kind of like go over everything, you know, please bless my items, bless my utensils, bless my oil, okay, and kind of leave that. And now layering your bottle is literally however you want to layer it. I'll probably start out with like some of this. I kind of have to crush it up because this is like a small bottle. And like I said, you don't have to add a lot. I do think the star anise is really pretty. Just, once again, personal preference. I think it's really pretty. So I like to add a lot of that, you know, because it's fun. And so whenever I'm done with something, I'm going to put it over there so I don't reuse it. I'm going to add in my lemongrass. I also love the smell of lemongrass, guys. It is like, just, it smells so wonderful. I have some incense that's lemongrass, and it is just amazing. The scent it gives off is so great. I love it. Let's do some jasmine. Okay, jasmine, once again, great for like calming. This is a balancing energy oil for me. Like I said before, you could totally do like legal matters. This would be great for legal matters also. Like you'd want to get different herbs to correspond it with, but since it's Libra New Moon, great for legal matters. Okay, guys. Gonna use some eucalyptus. That's for my moon. I love eucalyptus as well. It's really awesome. Plus, it smells good. I love mint. Mint anything, okay? So, throw some of that in there. Here's some catnip, and this was for Venus as well, okay? Just because, why I'm using Venus is because Libra's ruler is Venus, okay? So, you know, want to kind of add in, and once again, like you saw how many correspondences there are with herbs. If you don't have something, you can use something else. You can cross-reference it with, you know, what your intention is, because, you know, this is a lot about intention, okay? So you can cross-reference it with that, whatever your intention is, okay? And then I'm going to use lavender. Now, I will probably put a good amount of lavender in here. This is for, once again, this is for, you know, calming. I want to balance these energies in the house. My kids can be kind of crazy. I can be kind of crazy, you know. We're all stir crazy, being on lockdown and whatnot. So, you know, this is going to be great. I will use this oil honestly a ton, just because this is, you know, just great for me. All right, totally going to use it a lot. Throw in a little bit of cinnamon just for like some punch, just to get that like power going, you know, because I want to like have some power here in this. And here's the passion flower. Not really, I love using passion flower though. I'm not going to really put a lot in. Like I said, a little goes a long way. You could also put glitter in your oils if you just want to make it look prettier. You could also use corresponding crystals. I do have some small crystals, but none that I'm going to use today in this specific oil, just because I don't feel the need to. Whatever you're drawn to is what you can do, okay? And now I'm going to add my hibiscus flowers, which these are super pretty. This is like perfect, and I mean, this is like totally Venus right here. That Venus energy with Libra going on here. So totally gonna put quite a bit in there just because it's pretty. Once again, it's fun to make these oils just because you can, like I said, you make them yourself. You make them your own. You add what you want to add to it, okay? You don't have to go off of what anybody, like this recipe, this isn't something you have to copy exactly, not by any means at all. You add what you feel drawn to. Sometimes I will literally open my book and look at things, and the herb that I'm drawn to is the herb that, you know, I will use. Okay, so once I have that done, I might put my finger over it and give it a little shake. Okay, and then I'm going to use the funnel, and I'm going to put my oil in. Once again, a little goes a long ways. Just going to put my oil in. Kind of go slow. Don't want it to get everywhere. I mean, something this small, this bottle, this jar, this would last months. I mean, probably more than months, because I wouldn't even use this, you know, like every day. I wouldn't need to use this oil every day. So this would last like quite a long time. I'm going to throw that in my sink. Okay, and then I put in just a few drops of this Jasmine Essential Oil. Plus it makes it smell good. Like to use jasmine just because it gives it that floral tone. Jasmine's a really cool herb to work with, a cool essential oil. So just a couple drops. You don't really have to do a lot. Once again, to each their own. And so that's like literally it, guys. I mean, I would suggest, I'm using a bottle that has like a cork. I would suggest getting one that has a twist top. These are just what I have handy and it works. But I would suggest getting like a twist top. I'm sure they have them on Amazon. But anyway, yeah, this is it. And what I would do is I will get a label after this video, like this one. I will label it with the Libra New Moon and write the date that I created it. And what I will do with both of these is tonight, when it gets dark, I will lay it out. And I'll set it outside. And then tomorrow morning, before it gets light, I'm going to go out there and grab it so the sun doesn't touch it. Because this is like a moon oil, okay? So I'd want to get it before the sun came out. So I'd label it, write the date on it, write what my intention was for it, because I make quite a bit of oils and sometimes you can kind of like forget what you were wanting to do with it, okay? And I mean, it turns out super cute, super pretty. You just get tiny little drops. You can't put too much on your candles or else it'll like snuff out your flame. So you, like I said, a little bit goes a long way. And feel free to make this your own. Let me know if there's any other oils you'd really like to see. And I can try to like look it up, make some correspondences for it. All right. Thank you guys. See you next time.